Okay, so I've made a Python program that, well, technically made two Python programs. The first one um, will record my Xbox controller and play it back through a second Xbox controller. And if I run that, I've got multi-seat enabled in BeamNG drive, and so when I control this truck here, this truck responds the same way that, or close to the same way in which the first one responds. The problem is that there's a bit of a timing delay between the two, and so if I try to mess it up here, not that it takes a whole lot to mess it up. It's kind of robust, kind of. Ooh, whoops. Whoops. Yeah, that'll really mess it up. That'll really mess it up. Let's try. Whoops. Now they're probably gonna go off in different directions because they bumped each other. Yep. Yeah, that's the one mode that I have working. And the second mode is what I actually started off designing this for. If I go to record, and I record, this is this part of the program where I record and then play it back is unfortunately where things go wrong, because I guarantee you it's not going to go like that the next time that I play it. Let's do that. So if I play it back, they're not terrible, but if you remember, my truck was straight, and now it's not. It's crooked. When I first did the run, so now if I mean, it's more apparent if I load into a different map. I wonder where I've got to do some technical driving or something. It ends up like desyncing over time because there's the like, the frames of the game are different in different times. It fluctuates as it does. Kind of but the program isn't expecting it to, and so it messes it up. I'm finding a vehicle for this. I just love this one. I'm gonna take it. Okay, and then here's the start. Doesn't matter. I'll just pick a spot. Pick a spot. Yeah. Takes a while to pick a spot. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, that's there. There it is. There we go. All right. Go record. Whoops. So anyways, that's what you're expecting it to do now, right? Now if I go replay it, yeah, might as well just stop it there. Yeah, it does not do what you want it to do because the this program send like the data at the time that I'm sending it to BeamNG is different in both timing and what actual data I'm sending it compared to this program because there's a slight delay. Um, and so then when this one plays it back, it's different. It's off by just a little bit. Plus, there's because this program, or both I think programs, have different frame rates in different, they fluctuate and they're not consistent. And so when you record something, you're recording it at a certain frame rate. You're looking at the program and judging based off what you're seeing, but this program isn't taking BeamNG's frame rate into account. And so when it plays it back verbatim, and BeamNG is at a different frame rate at different times than it was before, and so it desyncs and causes the recording to be off, which then domino effects into it just not working. So yeah, that's the problem that I'm facing with this program. The test program works relatively okay. There is kind of a delay. I mean, obviously there's going to be a delay, but there is kind of a delay between the control that the first car gets and the control that the second car gets, because the second car, its control is going through this program and then back to BeamNG. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a delay there, and which causes problems over time. Um, that's what I'm working on mitigating. I tried so far. I've tried doing a frames per second limit on here. I got a limiter for the frames per second, trying to see if I could get it so that if this is running at 30 frames a second, whole time, and this is running at 30 frames a second the whole time. If I could get them to at least match better, if not match perfectly, um, but that didn't work. And in fact, at 30 frames a second, it sometimes misses controls that I put in. It won't log it or whatever because it's just not fast enough. Um, so yeah, the reason that I have this at 120 right now instead of 60 or 30 or whatever is because I was trying to see if I capture data and play it back at a higher frame rate, if it would help in any way. Even though this is only running at anywhere between 30 and 60 frames a second, I think probably I don't think it goes too much outside of that. But yeah, it didn't do very well, and so I'm hoping that someday I can go and make um, can learn JavaScript or whatever to be able to make an app for the program, a mod um, that will then do that within the game, and everything can be synced up and work like it should, hopefully. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's my program.